gang, we're in here. Welcome on back to the Cade and another episode of Suckerpunch Sunday. The series where we take a deep dive into a classic fighting or fighting platform-based game from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation. And for this week, we are going to go back, years makes no difference, 25 years, to 1999/2000. And we're going to play a game that was easily one of the most popular fighting games of that era. And also, in some ways, it's one of the more controversial ones, but not for the reasons you may think. We are going to play Dead or Alive 2 hardcore version for the PS2. Now, this version of the game came out in Japan in March of 2000. It came out in North America in October of 2000, right before Halloween. And then the hardcore version was reissued in Japan in December of 2000 and then was released in Europe right before Christmas of that year. This game originally came out in arcades in 1999 in Japan, in 2000 in North America and Europe, and then also hit the Dreamcast at the same time. So it was available on 3 different platforms and is still considered to this day to be one of the most popular fighting games of all time. So what we're going to do over the course of the next half an hour is we are just going to go into story mode and try and get through this game. Now, as you see, we've got 12 different characters we can choose from, and I am going to pick Jan Li, who is a 20-year-old Jeet Kune Do practitioner from China, so he's right up my street, being an unabashed Bruce Lee fan that I am.
I am the winner!
Get ready, fight!
Now, unlike most fighting games, this is a one-and-done situation. It's not best 2 out of 3. And one of the great things about this game is that in addition to having your standard punches and kicks, you have throw options as well if you can grab your opponent and do a good throw. And you've got to time it right. It's like timing a parry, like so. And I still managed to hit the double kick and knock her out.
Winner!
Now, the reason why this game is considered controversial is mainly because of the graphic presentation of the game. And I don't mean that in terms of the brutality of the game. It's actually, in terms of violence, no worse than a Street Fighter 2 game.
You're no match for me.
But over the years, this game has been modded so much. Oh, that hurt. That it garnered a very unpopular nickname that has stuck with it ever since, and that is TNA2. I trust you will understand what I mean by the TNA in that. Ooh, double knee shot. Nut shot. Give him the double kick and down he goes. And it mainly applied to the female character, because the female characters in this game, let's put it this way, the body type for them allowed them to be ripe to be exploited by people who find that sort of thing interesting. I'm not saying that I do. It is just an unfortunate byproduct of which the time in this game as it was constructed. But because Dead or Alive 2 was so popular, it also spawned a spin-off game called DOA Volleyball Edition, which is essentially all the female characters in the skimpiest swimsuits you can put on a pixelated character. That did not help things much in terms of how it was received, but if you were a teenage boy during this time in your life,
this is not a simple combat championship.
That sort of thing was apparently of great interest to you. So, oh, nice counter shot I got right there. Fireman Terry slam. John Cena would have liked that shot. Now, one thing about this game that is really cool is that if you get the mechanics down, you can start stacking moves like he did right there, and doing combos can be really cool. But in that case, I just grabbed him really fast by the neck, snap, game over.
Winner!
see the difference between you and me?
Now, in terms of ratings, this version, the PlayStation 2 version, is actually slightly lower rated than the Dreamcast version. Game Rankings has the Dreamcast version at 91%, the PS2 version at 87%. And on Metacritic, the PS2 version comes in at a 91%. So, I mean, either way, you can't go wrong with this game, regardless of platform, of how you want to play it. Because the Dreamcast, as I've said, now that we are featuring Dreamcast games on this channel, was so ahead of its time in terms of its graphic power and its computing power, that in a lot of ways it was really on par and in some ways superior to the PS2. As much of a juggernaut as the PS2 is. So you really couldn't go wrong with either one if this is the game you want to play.
I mastered Kung Fu.
Show me. She knows Kung Fu.
Get ready, fight!
Alright, Lei Fang. Oof. Oh, nice counter right there. Yeah, she definitely knows her Kung Fu. She's waylaying me. I've got one shot off on her. But I managed to get the next shot. Oh, nice spin kick, and that's it. Took me down with authority.
Stronger, didn't I?
Now, as an arcade game, this brought in more than $2 million in profit when it came out in 2000. Oh, nice counter shot. Another counter. Oh, axe kick. That hurt. Damn. Lei Fang, don't mess around, man. Chun-Li, eat your heart out.
Stronger, didn't I?
How could I let this?
But in 1999, Dead or Alive 2 was listed in Game Machine as the second most successful arcade game of the month. Oof. It's because she comes in with those short punches. Her attack box is a lot smaller than mine, so she can come in with really direct shots and ouch! Medic!
I became stronger, didn't I?
Now, in the reviews for the Dreamcast and PS2 versions, Greg Orlando of Next Generation Magazine gave both versions 5 out of 5 stars. Said, quote, you have to be dead and buried not to enjoy Dead or Alive 2. And when you think about it in regards to games like Virtua Fighter, Tekken, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, and other games of this era, SoulCalibur, the kinetic nature of this game makes it one that all good fighting games in a lot of ways, and this metaphor is not going to sound very appropriate, but it is. It's like golf.
How could I let this?
Hello.
If you have one good go at it, then you want to spend the rest of your time mastering it. So I think what I need to do is I need to let her come to me. Oh, nice counter. Goodbye. Finally caught her with a parry and an open hand strike and down. And she's finally gone.
Place for you.
But in his review, Orlando said that it was the combination of gorgeous graphics, excellent gameplay, and some beautiful characters put this square in the running along with SoulCalibur as the best fighting game for the Dreamcast or the PS2. Jeff Lundgren of Next Generation Magazine gave it 5 out of 5 stars, saying it was, quote, a tremendous game and a must-have, but if you have to choose between the two versions, the PS2 enjoys an edge thanks to all the extras So just get used to squinting at two bright lights and some nasty jaggly graphics at times. Oof. Alright, Tengu. Ow. Alright, you can cut that out, man. Oh, I think he just snapped my femur in two. Oh god, I can taste my spleen. Good night. Hello, my name is Tengu. I will be your chiropractor this evening.
How could I let this?
You brat.
I never lose.
Get ready, fight!
Oof. Oh, snap. I wear my leg, or I wear my neck, rather. Oh, hip drag, and that's it.
This is the way of Tengu.
How could I let this happen?
You don't say.
You brat.
I never lose.
Get ready, fight!
Oh, flip. We both got each other with a counter. Snaps the neck again.
You lose!
The problem with this level is that it blurs so much.
How could
Now,
I
if
let
you push backwards, depending on which way you're facing, you can block.
Get ready,
But you gotta time it right. Like everything else in this game. Oh. I don't need that rib cage. Or that femur. Or that chest cavity. Or that humerus.
you lose!
This is you brat.
I never lose.
Well, I've lost 4 times in a row, dude. Ow. There we go. Finally put him down. So now who do we have to fight? Besides the tree. Or is that it? So that's the story mode. We took care of that in 14 minutes, thereabouts. I wasn't expecting it to be that brief. Now, during the 4th Annual Interactive Achievement Awards, Dead or Alive 2 was honored with Console Fighting Game of the Year. It also received a nomination in the Animation category. IGN awarded Best PS2 Fighting Game of 2000. It was nominated as Best Fighting Game at E3's Game Critics Award, and it was the runner-up for GameSpot's annual Best Graphics, Technical, and Best Fighting Game, but lost respectively to Shenmue and Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000, which I can agree with because that is still my favorite fighting game of all time. Now, they have done a remake of this. They did Dead or Alive Ultimate. It's a remake of DOA and DOA 2 for the Xbox, which improved the graphics engine, which is saying something considering how good the graphics engine that Team Ninja put together 25 years ago now for this game is. And then, as it was created after Dead or Alive 3, it takes elements and mechanics from both the original version and its successor. So now let's see what else we can do here. We can do survival, we can do versus, we can do sparring, we can do watch. Let's do team battle. I could have almost done this as a one-day playthrough, now that I think about it. So let's try something else here. We haven't played with Leon yet. Haven't played with Ein. or Ayana yet. So let's try these three. And let's pick a random zone.
I won't have any mercy even for a beginner.
We're fighting a guy named Bass.
Get ready, fight!
And he immediately snaps his leg right at the knee. Followed by the double axe kick. Ow. Oh my god, my neck's not supposed to bend that way. And the jackhammer. So Bass has already been taken down. Now we got high abuse in here. And now we got Iron going at it. Oof. I'm only slightly concussed being slammed up against that tank. So now we got Tina in here. And Iron, I think, is a Taekwondo practitioner because only he would be able to kick that high. Well, not anymore. Because there went the hamstring. Oof. Alright, and Tina's taking us to task here. Ow. Man, those Doc Martens were no mucking about because she stomped our butts in that fight. Took Ayn out and took Ayane out like they were nothing. I declare we shall have a rematch.
Did you wait long?
You're in my way.
Now we're going to fight Zack. He immediately gets the knee to the groin and the dislocated shoulder. And I no longer have a kidney. Pull him back, snap that leg. Oh, now we gotta fight Jan Lee. Never hook with a hooker and never kick with a kicker. Whoa! Ow! As he takes my leg out. Don't somersault into somebody as they're doing a super shot. Genfu! Lose the damn hat. Ow. Ow. Oh, ow. Okay, so this combination probably is not going to work. We're down 0-2 here. Alright, we'll take Hayabusa. Try Lei Fang, and we'll put Jan Li back into this. Go with a random choice again.
I won't have any mercy.
Oh, we gotta fight Bass to start off, and he's wearing the
Get
chaps.
ready, fight!
Don't stand on your head, dude. There, put him down. We got Helena looking very regal in her arm dislocating suit. I can tell you right now, my sister, who I used to play fighting games with all the time, would absolutely love Lei Fang. Zap. Oh. Alright, dude. Holy cow. Oh! God, I hate fights like that. You get him all the way down to nothing. He gets one more shot off, and that's it.
Let's go.
Stuff like that used to tick me off so much when I was playing at the arcade or I was playing with a buddy of mine. But when we would play Street Fighter 2 or Capcom vs. SNK or anything that had a Street Fighter character in it, my sister loved to play Chun-Li. And understandably so, because Chun-Li is an absolute badass. There is no disputing this. And she would have had a ball playing as Lei Feng. I can already tell. Oof. Ooh, spin me around. There. There's pile drive you into the dirt. Ow. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Ouch. You're paying for that, cowboy. Goodbye. We finally won a team battle. Alright, we'll try one more since we're closing in on about 25 minutes, which will give us time to wrap this one up.
Make up your mind.
Ready, fight!
Oh, I think I knocked him out, knocked him into the power grid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, zap. That hurt. Ooh. Okay, Yanni's got that spin move. Oh man, okay. Now if Ayani manages to take all of us out, I'll be very distraught. Okay. That got a lot closer than it should have been. Alright, we'll try one more time. See if we can't get to 500 in the team battle here.
This is going to be a good match.
Make up your mind.
Get ready, fight!
Oh, thrust kick right to the throat. That was beautiful. That was brutal. Ow. Bass is just pure meat and potatoes power here. Double kick. Yeah, I knew that was coming. There we go. Put her down.
Useless. Don't you understand?
All right. Well, that's a good place to end it because, yeah, we are at 3-3 in team battle and we've completed story mode. So, that, everybody, if you've never played it before, is Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore Edition for the PS2. And again, you can play this game on the Dreamcast if that is your emulator or system of preference. Now, obvious questions first. Is this a good game? If you like fighting games, it's hard to go wrong with DOA 2. Because, taking into account the mechanics of the game, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time learning a gazillion moves. If you can understand the pattern of punches and kicks, grabs, timing parries, things like that, like I said, it's like golf. You get that itch for playing a game like this, you want to spend as much time as possible mastering it and really getting good at it. So it's a game that I think will reward you for doing so. Is this a game they can make today? Absolutely. Graphically, they could, and like I said, they've already done one remake. They did it for the Xbox, although I don't know entirely when that came out. My notes didn't specify when that remake was done, but if it was done in the last even 10 years, and they said they updated the graphics and everything on it, there's no reason why they couldn't do that again if they really wanted to and update it for new-gen consoles. Or even put it on Steam and put it on PCs with what you can do with PCs nowadays. And I think there'd be enough people who would be interested in playing it. Again, this is when you look at fighting games and you look at games that have stood the test of time, you look at what are called perennials. They're ones that you can go back and replay every year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you're going to get some enjoyment out of it. Dead or Alive 2, for a game that I never got a chance to play that much of, one, because I didn't have a Dreamcast at the time, and I was late to the party getting a PS2, and didn't really have the means at that point to have a huge catalog of games like I do now. I feel like I missed out on something, but also gave me a reason to go to the arcade at the time, and we did have arcades here in the Pacific Northwest at the time, that we could go and play stuff like DOA 2 as much as we wanted. So, if you've never played it, by all means, give it a try. There are far, far worse fighting games out there to consider. But you add the mechanics up with a variety of characters, the fighting styles, the locations, the story mode, like you saw, I could beat story mode in less than 15 minutes. And you have the team battles. I can only imagine how much fun this has got to be if you've got 2 players available, so you and a buddy can play it as much as you want.
You came all the way
and
here?
It's got everything that you're really looking for in just a really solidly built 3D fighting game. And technologically speaking, if you look at where this started from, I mean, again, it was created by Sega. Team Ninja, along with Temco, created it. If I remember right, I think they used part of the Sega engine to build it because it was needed for the Dreamcast. And you think about how far back we went with Virtua Fighter and how that game looked compared to where this was in less than a decade. I mean, that shows you how far graphically we came in that short amount of a time and how much of better mechanically of fighting games we had available. So, again, it's not a hard game to find. If you have a Dreamcast, if you have a PS2, you can play it on that. You can play it on the Redream emulator or the PCSX2 emulator. And even on a marginal computer like what I've got, I've got a decent graphics card. It's got 3060 on it. I can play 60 FPS without any real issue, and my processor is more than capable of handling it. Obviously, your results may vary, but if you played this game and you have experience with it, what was it? Let me know what your thoughts were on it in the comments below. And if you haven't tried it and you give it a try, let me know. Let me know what you think about it. So, again, that's Suckerpunch Sunday for this week. If you've been enjoying the content, as always, you know the drill of what to do. We will be continuing and wrapping up our revisitation of Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PS1 this week. The final 2 episodes are ready to go, and those will be in the can here shortly. Hopefully, as things cool off. We've got to be careful with how much we use our computers at the moment, because it's pushing 100 degrees here on the West Coast, all over the West Coast. So, as a matter of self-preservation, we're trying to keep things to a minimum as far as our electrical usage, as to not blow the power out so we can just stay cool. If you know, you know. Also, be sure to check out Sports Saturday as we are carrying on with our what-if scenario. What if the New England Patriots had never heard of Tom Brady, and what if Tom Brady never existed? As we go through the 2001 NFL season on Sega Sports NFL 2K2 for the Dreamcast. We had our big showdown with Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts this week. Wasn't real high-scoring affair again, but it came down to the wire, and we were able to pull that one out. So next week, we will see if we can keep the streak going as we are hoping to move towards the Super Bowl. And always, as you can help support us by following us on social media through Instagram and Threads at Ronan's Retrocade. Help spread the word about us as we continue to build this channel and make it bigger and better. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed in the last couple of weeks. We are still seeing the numbers go up, slowly but surely. It's the only way we know how to build this channel and make it the sort of stuff that you guys want to see and have the interactions with gamers who love these games as much as we do. But as always, your patronage and support is most appreciated. My name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this Sucker Punch Sunday with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming, and for Pete's sakes, stay cool out there, everybody. It's the dog days of summer already, and boy, I cannot wait for the cold to come back. So we will talk to you tomorrow as we get ready to wrap up our revisitation of Metal Gear Solid. Bye.